How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 3, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian. This episode is titled The Apostate. Yeah, last season we had the return of a few famous characters, Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and Luke Skywalker, all in one season. That was insane. At the end of last season, basically, Din built up a team to go rescue Grogu, which is, of course, Baby Yoda, as we learn in episode 5 of season 2. That was his actual name. And we basically succeeded with getting Grogu back from Moff Gideon, because he was kidnapped in, episode 6 of season 2. And then, basically, we all thought it was done, it was over, but Moff Gideon had an ace up his sleeve, aka the Dark Troopers, which then got obliterated by Luke. And then Luke took Grogu, and Grogu and Din said their goodbyes. But not for long, because then Book of Boba Fett came along and basically retconned everything. In a way. It just undid what happened at the end of season 2. And it's so stupid. The episodes Mando was in Book of Boba Fett were the best episodes. I just don't agree with the decision to reunite them within 2 episodes. You know? I just don't think it's earned. I would have loved to see a season without Grogu. Because you can do that. I mean, that's how the show started. It started without Grogu. It just was Mando going about his business doing bounties and stuff. But they need them toys and that merchandise. It's fucking Disney. God damn it, dude. Also, Book of Boba Fett kind of set up this season 2, which makes me think that them episodes in Book of Boba Fett were supposed to be in this season. But who knows? Basically, what Book of Boba Fett set up was that Din needs to atone for taking off his mask, and he has to go to Mandalore to do it, in some caves or mines. But he can't go there because Mandalore's been fucked up. And in Book of Boba Fett, he kind of mastered the Darksaber and got a new ship. A Naboo Starfighter. So a lot happened in Book of Boba Fett, so it just makes me think that it was supposed to be in this season. But yeah, I'm super excited to get into the season. I don't know what to expect with Mandalorian, because they shocked the shit out of me last season. But based off the season 3 trailer, we've got a general idea of what it's going to be focused on, which is Mandalore and maybe Bo-Katan going against Din. So, should be pretty enjoyable. I could see some kind of Mandalorian civil war happening, which has kind of already been done now. Could be done again, maybe in a different way. But yeah, that about sums it up. So let's stop doolallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode. Wait, why are they recapping that? Is he still alive?
Din Djarin, have you ever removed your helmet?
Yes.
One may only be redeemed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore.
It's kind of annoying, like I said in the intro, that he's reunited with Grogu. I was hoping this season he'd be alone. Whoa. Magic water? The armor? In the past, maybe? That looks nice. Oh, she's making a Mandalore. Wait, this has to be set in the past, right? That's Din, I assume.
I swear on my name and the names of the ancestors
that I shall walk the way of the Mandalore.
That's not gonna fit his hair.
This is the way.
So he's been around for a while. Big boy. I assume this is Din, it has to be. What? Holy shit. It's Godzilla. What a chad. The Star Wars universe is fucking crazy. And scary. Oh, look at that. It's Godzilla. Oh, nice shot. There's no way they're strong enough to hold it. Oh, he's gonna get crushed. No? This thing isn't really doing much. It's getting it. Oh, what? She teleported. Oh! Okay, so this is the the present. I thought it was the past. Oh, god damn it, dude. Why have you got to kill Godzilla? It's like a mix between a tortoise and a crocodile. Or an alligator. The music. There he is. Even though I don't agree with them bringing him back this early. He's here. Grogu. I thought it was Din. I thought they were like doing a flashback.
You have removed your helmet.
Yeah?
You are no longer Mandalorian.
Is she just recapping what we got in Book of Boba Fett? The fuck is that dialogue?
Is this inscription not Mandalorian?
Where did you get that from? Did we skip stuff?
They came upon it by trade from a traveler who claimed to have visited the surface of Mandalore.
Huh.
The decree of exile will be lifted and I would be redeemed.
How would she know that he did it though? Couldn't he just lie? Or would she just know?
This is the way.
Dun dun dun. Famous line. Wait, he didn't say it?
And I will see you again.
Maybe. I feel like we don't need Grogu. I'm not gonna lie. This could have been the whole plot of season 3 without Grogu. But they need to make that money with the toys. I missed the Razor Crest, dude. That shit was sad. What is that? Is it a Star Whale? Why does every first episode of Mandalorian have a big creature? Okay, we're here. It's been a while. Planet looks a little different too. How does he get that little caviar in the ship? Oh, it's a trap. Obviously, it's not fucking Akbar. Yeah, this planet looks a lot better. Oh, a nice little band playing. Oh, that's why they recapped him.
You remember your old friend?
No, maybe. Hey! It's been a while.
Heard you were back.
Them droids holding his cloak.
Doesn't even look like the same place.
I know we've done a lot with it.
How long's it been? Because it definitely feels like it hasn't been that long from season 2 to Book of Boba Fett.
I can set you up with a prime tract right over by the hot springs. Settle down, you can hang up your blaster.
No, not yet. We've got a few more seasons before we do that.
His name is Grogu.
If you say so. Come, I want to show you something. I thought you had completed your mission, but you're still running around here with the same little critter.
Yeah.
I completed my quest. He returned to me.
Where you're from, you may be an apostate, but here...
Just stealing food.
There's someone here to see you,
It can wait.
but it's pirates.
Oh, so he's dealing with pirates.
Come on, Vane. That'll be enough of that.
Come, join us for a drink.
This is a school.
Oh.
Join me for a drink back at my office.
Now bring us a drink. You paid us for murder and mayhem inside these doors.
Well, I mean, we know what's going to happen. Greece's going to win this 100%. I love the Wild West feeling with this show. So good. Oh. You idiots.
Get out of here, Vane.
Now.
What if he brings back fucking Hondo? Seeing Hondo in live action. Jesus, could you imagine?
I need a marshal.
What about Marshal Dune?
Oh, she's been fired from this show.
And what came of Gideon?
He was sent off to a New Republic war tribunal.
No, Gideon's going to be back.
You'd make a very fine lawman.
Why not request one from the New Republic?
Under my watch, Navarro will become the first truly independent trade anchor in this entire sector. What can we provide?
I need him back.
What?
These are his parts, are they not?
I mean,
More or
what's
less.
left of it? We've got plenty of droids around here. We'll find you one.
Yeah, but he needs that one. Because he can trust that one. But don't you need to bring back his memories? Doesn't Grogu still have the chainmail?
See if we can wake him up.
Better be able to. Even though it kind of makes his sacrifice at the end of season 1 a bit pointless now. It's very convenient that they made a statue out of him in the season that we needed him.
go.
He lives again, because didn't he die once already? Uh-oh. Jesus, the way it moves. Fucking yeeted him.
Defaulted to his old programming.
You think?
They'll have IG back to his old self in no time. The Ancellans.
What do you want?
Oh my god, Babu Freak. God damn it, dude. I don't need a reminder of that film. I love the animatronic work.
Mando, he said he can't fix it.
Yeah.
That's no good. I need this one.
Very hard to find.
He said they don't make them anymore. They're very hard to find.
I got it.
Yeah, I mean, he speaks English.
What if I find you the part?
Okay, now, then no problem. We take.
If you can get a new part, he says he can fix it.
He j-
No, Grogu.
Grogu.
Bad baby.
Bad baby.
No, Grogu.
Bad baby. The ship looks a little different. Like a tiny bit. Oh. Pirates.
Proximity warning.
Pirates.
Hang on, kid. We got pirates.
Yeah.
Gorian Shard should stick to hijacking and ransoming.
Grogu straps in. Oh, great. Asteroid field. Whee! Oh, the music, dude. I fucking love it. One down. Like 5 more to go. That's terrifying. One by one, they're getting taken out. In sync with the music, too. That's so good.
The Mandalorian to you, Captain.
Uh-oh. Oh. Just shoot the bridge.
Stop where you are, Mandalorian. You're outgunned.
I have no quarrel
That
with.
fucking swamp thing?
Never trust a pirate.
True. Well, they're gonna be after us all season long.
It's another planet in the Mandalorian system. It's a Mandalorian castle.
A Mandalorian castle. Is Bo-Katan here? Maybe. I mean, obviously know there's a bit of tension there, because she wanted the Blacksaber, but she has to earn it. Yeah, I think I remember this from the trailer, right? She sat on the chair.
What of your plans to retake Mandalore?
Do you still have the saber?
Yes, but you're not having
I
it.
do. So you gave up your designs to retake Mandalore? I am going to Mandalore, so that I may bathe in the living waters and be forgiven for my transgressions.
That planet has been ravaged, plundered, and poisoned.
Thank you. And I will find out if the planet is really poisoned.
I mean, it probably isn't.
Hi, Dinjarin.
I was hoping for a bit more butting heads there. But maybe that'll be a season-long storyline. But yeah, that was a pretty solid premiere episode. It definitely did what it needed to do. We got reintroduced to the characters. We got to see new worlds, new creatures. And now we know what the story is, which is obviously atoning for taking off the mask. Which was obviously set up in Book of Boba Fett, but now we actually get to see it happening alongside Grogu, which I'm still 50-50 on. Like, I wish we had like a whole season with just Din getting used to Grogu being gone and atoning for taking off his mask, you know, and thinking to himself, instead of just having Grogu back in a fucking spin-off. Because it just doesn't do that season 2 finale justice. I don't think it's earned to have him back yet. Like, the only reason they brought him back to me is behind-the-scenes issues. Like, Book of Boba Fett didn't have a solid storyline, so they were just like, why don't we put in some of Mandalorian Season 3 into Book of Boba Fett? And that's what they did. I do feel like Grogu might kind of take a backseat this season. Like, he'll still be in the show, but he just won't be as involved as he was in Season 1 and 2, because he was like the main plot of them first 2 seasons, right? Like, we have to get Grogu to his people. And he was some mystery. Now we can know more about him, and he's trained at this point somewhat. He doesn't know how to use a lightsaber properly, but he's doing his best. I think there's a lot of potential for this show to just go in like crazy places and have amazing like fan service at the same time. You know? Like, I love the first season. Like, we didn't really get that much fan service. It was very focused on what it needed to do. Honestly, I feel like this show could make a solid video game. Like, it already feels like an MMO. Like, we're following Mando on his quest and his journey through the galaxy to basically atone for his sins this season, but last season was obviously getting Grogu to the Jedi. I really love that about this show. We get to see so many cool places, but it makes it so much more interesting because they can do more wacky things, I think, in live action compared to like Bad Batch, where it's just animation and it isn't like as appealing. Like, the art style in Bad Batch is amazing, but like live action I think is more appealing because, like, look at A New Hope, right? Without A New Hope, Star Wars wouldn't exist as it is today. So the live action stuff is always more appealing to me than animation, but animation can still be really fucking good, like Clone Wars and some of Bad Batch. Like, I just love like the Star Wars universe, you know? And to me, this time period is more appealing to me than in the Dark Times. Like, after the Empire's been defeated, but before the sequel trilogy, I think is a more appealing story to tell, because there's a lot of gap in between. But in between episodes 3 and 4, I don't really care that much, because we know not a lot happens, right? We just get our ass handed to us by the Empire. But now, after the Empire's gone, we can do some crazy shit. I just think there's a lot of potential for this show to kind of open up the canon even more by introducing or reintroducing Old Republic shit that isn't canon, you know? Because that's kind of what they did with the Crate Dragon, right? On Tatooine. Like, because you had, like, the egg, right? Like the ball inside it, or the pearl, or whatever it was. Like, that was a thing in the Old Republic game. Or was it KOTOR? One of them. And I wonder if that, like, crocodile thing was from Old Republic or KOTOR. I wouldn't mind, like, going through a Sith temple at some point. I want to see a live-action version of a Sith temple, because I don't think we've seen that yet, have we? We've seen it in, like, Clone Wars and Rebels, but we haven't seen it in live action. Actually, no, I guess we had it in the sequel trilogy. But still, like, a more in-depth look at it in live action. I think it'd be really fucking cool. The fact that they call this show The Mandalorian is interesting, because I wonder if they're doing that because of Din or because of Grogu. Is Grogu going to become the Mandalorian? Bo-Katan looks different. I think it's the wig. The wig looks better compared to last season. Last season's wig was like, eh. Also, the actress playing Bo-Katan surprisingly looks very young, considering how much time has passed since Clone Wars. So what's Bo-Katan been doing then? She's just been sat on that chair? I thought there would be a lot of tension between Bo-Katan and Din, because of like what happened at the end of last season. You know, she wanted to get the Darksaber, but obviously Din earned it, because he beat Moff Gideon. I definitely think like Bo-Katan's going to fight Din, 100%. Like, she's not a fan of him after he earned the Darksaber, because she wanted it, obviously. But I wonder if she'll go after him, and she'll fight him to the death, and that'll be like the whole plot of the season. Like, Mandalorians versus Mandalorians, maybe. Yeah, hopefully next episode we get to see Mandalore, which would be the first time we see it in live action, right? Because it's only been in animation form so far. Unless... no. I mean, I guess we had like the Book of Boba Fett like showing the bombing of it, so we've already kind of seen it before, but I want to see like more of it, not just like a nighttime scene with just bombs going off around the planet. I kind of hope, even though it'll be a bit fan servicey, that we get like Mando walking through. I think it's the throne room, right? Like the massive like room where Ahsoka and Maul fought, and he also fought like Pre-Vizsla there. I think having that would be cool as fuck. I genuinely thought the beginning of this episode was a flashback of Din getting his helmet for the first time, but they tricked me. It just gave off them vibes, I don't know why. I will say though, the dialogue with Din and the armor at the beginning was kind of poo. They just like said what they said in Book of Boba Fett, so it didn't roll off the tongue that well, and it didn't come off very discreet. Because it's just like, yeah, we need to recap it for people who haven't watched Book of Boba Fett. He has to atone for taking off his mask. And also Grogu is back. Man, I just wish Grogu just wasn't in like a lot of this season, and like right at the end they reunite, because I think it just would have been more rewarding, and it would have felt kind of earned too, because we would have had that time with Mando being alone, and the audience would have felt like the same thing he's feeling. But the fact that he's just back within, what was it, like 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett, it just doesn't hold a lot of weight. I assume the pirates are going to come back into the story somehow. Because, like, they wouldn't design the captain the way they did if he wasn't going to be, like, a big thing this season. Because I don't mind having, like, side villains in these smaller story arcs. You know? We don't need, like, fan service, like, old characters popping up, like fucking, like Luke or, like, even Mace Windu. You know, we don't need that. We just need to get some cool Western Star Wars. Because that's kind of what Star Wars always was, in a way. It always gave them vibes of like a Western. Like going through Mos Eisley for the first time is like when, you know, like the cowboy comes in on his horse and they go into a bar too, right? Like that's a very Western thing. So Star Wars always gave them vibes to me. But Mandalorian just nails it with the music and the way like Mando is, especially like the first episode of the show where he just walks into the bar. Also, I said this in the reaction, but it feels like every first episode of a Mandalorian season has a massive creature in it, in some kind of fashion. Season 1 had like that Vino thing that attacked the Razor Crest, rest in peace, and Season 2 had the Krayt Dragon, and then Season 3 had that Godzilla-looking turtle thing. Like, man, I miss the Razor Crest. I don't mind the new ship. It's a Naboo Starfighter. It's fine for what it does, but you know, the Razor Crest was Mando's ship. Like, that's where he collected bounties and stuff. And I wouldn't mind going back to that, like him doing bounties with Grogu. I'm curious to see how much like IG-11 plays into the story. Because I do know he's voiced by Taika Waititi, right? Which is funny. But I don't know, I think that sacrifice that he did at the end of Season 1 was really good. And the fact that they just bring him back after that, I don't know, just makes that scene not hold a lot of weight. But yeah, it's cool to see Greef again, and of course Babu Freak, or like that species anyway, which is funny. Because like, that was like the best part of Rise of Skywalker, to be honest. That character. Also, Greef mentioned Cara Dune. It's cool to know that she's still out there. It just kind of sucks that her character's been pushed away now because of what happened with the actress. But, oh well. Also, Moff Gideon's been taken away. I don't think he's 100% done though. I think he'll come back maybe next season or maybe at the end of this season. I don't know. You can't waste Giancarlo like that. We need more of him. Yeah, good episode. I'm happy that we're back with Mando and this journey because, let's be honest, Star Wars has been a bit iffy recently with, you know, Book of Boba Fett. Andor was the bright spot, but Bad Batch has been kind of doo-doo also. And speaking of Bad Batch, I'll be reacting to that episode after this, and it should be out tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, that basically wraps up my shitty review. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.